Greetings to you all viewers and our listeners out there. This is the communications team of the West Africa Civil Society Institute. We are here on this platform with one of our trainees, Weah Weah from Liberia, one of the leading organizations, working for one of the leading organizations in Liberia, NAYMOTE. Aaron, welcome to Accra.
Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to be here.
And it's good to have you right at our premise here in WACSI.
Yes, sir.
Can you just give us a brief background of yourself and the organization you work for and your role in the organization?
Well, my name is Weah Weah III. I work for NAYMOTE, Partners of NAYMOTE Development in Liberia. Liberia is a country on the west coast of Africa. NAYMOTE started in 2001 as a grassroots organization that was working to increase citizens' participation in decision-making processes that affect their lives irrespective of their status in society. NAYMOTE is actually the acronym for the National Youth Movement for Transparent Elections. So since then, NAYMOTE has been working on more issues ranging from, policy advocacy, decentralization, youth capacity building, as well as increasing young people participation in decision-making processes that affect their lives, which is one of our major projects called the Liberia Bus project that we are working on currently. So we have a number of issues, and we are proud to say that WACSI has been one of our major partners.
And what specific role do you play in the organization?
I work for NAYMOTE as program director. My day-to-day responsibility includes writing proposals, implementing projects for NAYMOTE, ensuring that our projects implementation are meeting our desired goals and objectives.
And I very well understand that in 2014, NAYMOTE invited the West Africa Civil Society Institute to provide it with some capacity building support in the area of communication. Can you give us a brief background on the challenge you were facing and what specific support WACSI provided for you?
Thank you very much for that question. In 2014, because in 2006 we did our 5-year strategic plan, and it was coming to an end, and we decided to sit down as an institution to review and reflect on where we have come from, where we were at the time, and where we intended to go. And one of the things we realized as an institution was that a lot of the work that we were doing as an institution, we were not really able to capture that and communicate to partners to show the progress we're making as an institution, to actually let partners know that, look, there's an institution that started from this place and here we are now, and to also capture some of our experiences to share with other institutions in terms of addressing the similar challenges that we face. And we realized that one of the things that were missing was our communication strategy as an institution, and realizing that gap, considering the fact that WACSI has been one of the institutions that have provided series of capacity building training for our staff through other partners like Just Africa and Osiwa, we decided I think it was best in our best interest to contact WACSI and see if that they can provide this training, help us to develop our communication strategy so that we will be able to communicate effectively as an institution, and to also make our institution work more visible and even share partners we work with. Because one of the key things partners, especially international partners, look forward to is the visibility of their work, especially in areas they are working. And we were lacking behind in that aspect. So that was part of the reason why we contacted WACSI, and based on our working relationship we have with them in the past.
And you said the key goal was to help NAYMOTE to communicate effectively. How would you compare NAYMOTE before the training, that's NAYMOTE before April 2014, and NAYMOTE after May 2014, because the training was in the month of May. So how would you compare NAYMOTE communications engagement prior to the training and after the training?
I'll do that in one word before I explain. I'll say awesome. And the reason why I say awesome is that since the training, I've seen our institution in terms of communication work grow from 0 to 100%. And I know it's quite ambitious to say that, but considering the level of work that we were doing in past time and how much we were able to communicate what we are doing as compared to now, our work of recent has attracted partners locally and internationally. We've had people come into Liberia telling us that they have been following our work through social media, through our reports, and they are now coming to even follow up on what we are doing. They want to know more. So I think, I don't know what we would have done without this training, because it's like we grew as an institution, and we even have local partners and meeting. We have partners and meeting to the manner in which we even do reports, the manner in which we do updates on the work that we do through our social media is quite impacting. And we have had a lot of partners approaching NAYMOTE since our engagement, following the training, or partnership. And all can be attributed to, of course, the communication strategy that we now have and that we are striving to implement. And I would like to just thank WACSI again, because like I said, I don't know where we could have been without that training. It was very important, and WACSI came at a time we needed the most.
WACSI came at a time NAYMOTE needed the most. But one thing you focused on is social media, and that is one growing platform that civil society organizations across West Africa, across the world over, should leverage on. So talking about your presence on social media, how many followers did you have before the training on Facebook, for example, and how many followers do you have now who are actually following the work you're doing, contributing to the work you're doing, and gaining knowledge and skills, we could say, from the work you are doing through social media?
Well, prior to the training, we had under 100 followers on Facebook. And interestingly, following that training, after we started to implement what we learned, that number increased to 1,300 plus followers. And it's still growing. And at one point in time, I was sharing this joke with my colleague, and I was comparing our followers to that of WACSI. And I was like, yeah, this is a good competition. And I'm sure WACSI is working hard now because they see that NAYMOTE is right behind them. And we even, can you imagine, we even have more followers now than even some of the international organizations in Nigeria. Because we're always updating our Facebook page. Whatever we do, we try to communicate that through our social media. Because we realize that is one of the most effective ways that you can reach out to people. And you can share your experience, share your work. And it's very, very effective and fast.
And I know there are several organizations, non-governmental organizations in several West African countries that are listening to us now, and even international NGOs that have partners in West African countries. And most of these organizations have critical capacity gaps or challenges that they want to address, and they may not know whom to contact or which organization to go to or where to go to. What advice do you have for some of these organizations?
I'll be frank. WACSI is the answer in terms of capacity building. Because personally, I've benefited from series of training from WACSI. And as an institution, our organization has benefited from several training from WACSI as well. And what I've come to realize, the style in which WACSI conducts our training is a bit different from other institutions that I've worked with in the past time. Like I always say, WACSI training is more like interactive. It's down to earth. You get to see yourself being a part of the training, and you don't see that teacher and student classroom scenario. It's like WACSI is adding on what you already know. It's like it's in there, but WACSI comes to bring it out, to let you know what you are capable of doing and to help you get there. So you get to learn by doing as opposed to other training, and that is very unique about WACSI training. So without any hesitation, I'll tell people out there, if you're looking for somebody to solve your capacity gap issues, WACSI is the best place to go to. WACSI has a solution, and for NAYMOTE, WACSI came at the time we needed help most.
Thank you very much, Aaron. Ladies and gentlemen, WACSI is the answer. We have an open door policy ready to welcome all partners that want to address their capacity challenges. Contact us on info@wacsi.org, info@wacsi.org, and we shall respond to all your capacity building challenges. Thank you very much, Aaron, and we wish you a safe trip.
It's always a pleasure to be here.
Thank you.